Thank you. Jim Treadwell. I live in North Salem, across the river. I'm a native. I went away to school and never came back until I retired. I would have liked to have been a city planner along the way, but Mayor Collins was so committed to the city that he was our planner, and he did a very outstanding job as a planner, even though he wasn't our profession. I'm going to jump around, but I want to tell you a few things that I think is important to this process. First of all, there is a working group that represents your community. It's been established by the mayor. The members were selected by the mayor. They are certain residents and business people within your community, as well as beyond your community. The working sessions, however, and this is the first point I want to make, are 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so that the number of people who you're among from the public, who usually observes what's going on with the development of the new zoning, for example, is minimal. I think that there will be a public meeting coming up, but the public can observe those working sessions, and I'm amazed at how many people are here and showing an interest in this process compared to the number of people that come at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to observe what's going on. So I think that's the first detriment. It's not good planning. If to have proper planning, you've got to have the input from the citizenry. If you have 2 planners, they'll give you 2 different plans normally. But if they're invested in the community, know what your objectives are, they'll come up with a very similar plan. If you all think this is your Chestnut Street, the plan is going to reflect that. It's not going to put in place objectives, goals, strategies that do not reflect what you want to happen in your community. That's point number 1. The other thing that's important is that the fabric of the community is not mentioned in the proposed mixed-use zoning proposal, which is in draft form. September 17th of this year, a draft proposal for rezoning the neighborhood. That's what implements the plan, is before the working group and the citizenry. And the councilors, I think, are being brought up to date on what's going on with that zoning. This is where the rubber will really hit the road. This is when the plan will be implemented. The plan right now, for example, says 8 units per acre, which is a little high. Your existing conditions are probably close to that. But 8 units per acre is somewhere between our R2 district, which is 2-family housing, and our multifamily housing, which is close to 13 units per acre. That means that on a particular acre, dwelling units will be developed for so many families. The Smart Growth Initiative, which is part of the bigger picture here in gateway cities, recommends a density of 20 units per acre. I think that is not in the zoning right now, but there is a piece in the zoning that our councilors, many of our councilors are now familiar with, and that is planned unit development. That is part of this zoning. In other words, if there is opportunity when a particular proposal comes before the planning board, they have the opportunity to go well beyond the objective of density that the community might have agreed to in the specific zoning. So what this means is that you folks who are interested in what's going to be developed should get a hold of that draft document, which the planning department has, Department of Planning and Community Development has, and work with your neighbors and see if that, particularly your counselor, to see if that's what your vision is. The zoning does also not pick up on the fabric, the idea of what you folks have developed in your plan. That's really not appropriate. You're supposed to, the plan should be adopted. First of all, the city does not adopt the neighborhood plans, and they should. Second of all, the local plan should be based on the neighborhood plan. The zoning should be based on this neighborhood plan as well. So again, your zoning does not spell out what the neighborhood wants. It says something about small local businesses. It says 8 dwelling units per acre, but then later on, the introduction of this planned unit development concept could mean that the planning department could throw everything out the window that our councilors have approved. So that's just one of many items that are in this document that I think you would like to get a hold of and talk about among yourselves. Let me, by the way, near to transit means within 1 mile. So as long as you're within 1 mile of transit, you're considered to be near the transit facility. So that would take in a lot of your neighborhood and make it attractive for transit-oriented development and gateway city proposals. So again, I think that what I see in here's the mixed-use district proposal. It's not very big. I've been going. You can see I've been marking up as to what a different planner would come up with. And again, I think that it's important that the citizenry look at this document. This is what the staff, professional staff, and the consultant is proposing, and make sure that it's what you want. And I think make it known that you intend whatever's put into zoning should be the rulings going forward. Thank you very much.